Good evening, sir. My name is Deepa Singh and I'm a student of B.Ed 4th semester. I'm presenting here an assignment and the topic of my assignment is National Policy of Education. When we talk about National Policy of Education, the first question arises why it was required when there were several other policies earlier like Kothari Commission, where in Kothari Commission uh, it is mentioned about building so many schools, and in other one is the National Education Policy of 1968, where there is free and compulsory education for children. The policy makers gave so many reasons that primary education is the foundation of education. Education is the base for the preparation of the journey of the life. Is investment in education is most profitable. Education is essential for the success of democracy. It awakens one of the human values. It reduces the inequalities between the rural and urban. And most common that we all know that education is the base of successful human life. An educated person is always a good person. Anyway, come to the policy. The main features of the Education Policy 1986 are social involvement. Social involvement means this time society will advertise the importance of education as everything was free, means free education, free dress of school, free books, etc. Next is National Curriculum for Social Education, means 10 plus 2 plus 3 system education will be implemented throughout the country without any controversy. Next is Education for Equality. The Education for Equality was also the feature in the Policy of Education of 1968, and it was also mentioned in Kothari Commission. Education of equality means education for women equally, for scheduled caste, education for scheduled tribe, education for minorities, education for handicapped, and also adult education. Women education, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, minorities, and handicapped got an opportunity of reservation according to this policy, and more facility like opening of more schools in their areas were mentioned in this policy. Other one is vocationalization in education. First of all, we should know the meaning of vocationalization. Vocationalization means teaching in a way or some kind of technical teaching that help the child in earning money. Here, technical teaching doesn't mean that B.Tech or M.Tech. It's just that the student of 9, 10, 12 have an extra knowledge of any kind of activity that can help them in earning money. Next one is National Policy on Education. National Policy on Education provides national perspective and national direction in education. Means education help in increasing our GDP. Well, it's quite obvious when there are educated people in the country, they will definitely do such services that will help the country in growing GDP or growing the country. Other one is reorienting the content. Reorienting the content is quite a special or important feature of this because in easy words, if we try to understand what is the meaning of reorienting of content means, if we think that the syllabus of 2010 high school student is same into 20, then it is not right. There should be change according to the need of the society and the students. So here means the policy makers emphasizes on cultural content, value education, development of language, availability of qualitative books, and increase in reading habits, improvement of libraries, educational technology. Educational technology means the use of educational technology and spreading useful information, giving training to teachers, improving quality of education, work experience, uh, education and environment, mathematics teaching, and science education, sports and physical education. The sports and physical education, mathematics teaching were also mentioned in the Education Policy 1968, but this time they tried to more emphasize this. Other one is the teacher and the teacher education. Well, we all know that there are good teachers, the students will definitely get good education. So there should be some facility for teachers, like establishment of district institutes of education and training, upgrading selected teacher training and colleges. Uh, should be a national council of teacher education. Networking arrangement. Networking arrangement means, in one word, I can say networking arrangement means placement type facility. Like the students of B.Tech, at the end of the year, they get placement in the school itself. There should be something like this for the students of teachers. Teaching learning students should also get some this kind of opportunity. And reorganization of education at different stages, uh, like early childhood care and education. Elementary education should be child centered. Universal enrollment and retention of children. Mm, in this policy, they mentioned about non-formal education. Non-formal education means this type of facility should be provided to the student who dropouts, or girls who want to study but they can't go school, or children of non-school areas. And secondary education, higher education, rural university, open university. There should be delinking degree of from jobs. It's delinking, not linking. Means, in a job, if there is a degree required, then only that job should be given. But those students also should get chance, those who don't have such degree. Means degree must not be necessary for any kind of specific jobs. Thank you, sir.